All right, everybody, in my last episode, I used a bottom bouncer to effectively catch 13 fish. That was all in the morning. It's now the afternoon. Can I have the same luck? Let's find out on today's episode of Angling Spiders. All right, welcome back, everybody. On this episode, it's part 2 of my bottom bouncing for walleye at Crawling Valley. I started this one last week where I caught an amazing 14 fish, and we are continuing on with the afternoon. I think the bite is going to be worse. It's going to be challenging. It's that kind of mid-afternoon lull for the walleye, and so I'm expecting it to be tough, but I still am confident that we're going to get on some, so let's get right to the fishing. All right, the bite has definitely slowed down, but I've also been fishing for over a half an hour now with the smelt. Not a bite. So I'm not gonna wait to get a bite. I'm gonna switch over to the worm, and we'll see if that improves my chances at all. Finally have my first fish of this episode, and I'm telling you, it took a long time. The bite has definitely slowed. It is a pike on the worm. But we will take it. Well, I was not expecting a pike on a worm in 28 feet of water. That's for sure. But we got it. Okay, got another one. Now, is it a walleye this time? That's the question. 13 fish on the way out, 2 on the way back. And that's all because this walleye bite has just died down completely, but we're still on the fish. That's what matters. Beautiful too. So we'll take it. Got one. And you can see how close I am to the dock here. So I'm basically back to where I started. And we got one. And it feels like a decent one. For sure. What is it? Haven't seen it yet. That is a walleye. Nice. We got him. Awesome. Let's get this one released. There he goes. And there's another tip. You know, most of the people who come here are off fishing in their spots further down the lake, significant number of them. And I have caught quite a few today within sight of the campground and dock, so you don't have to go a long ways to find fish. And I am in a hot spot here. All these fish in exactly the same spot, not very far off, as you can see from the beach, from the boat dock. Oh, he just got off, did he? He did. He got off with my bait right there. All right, well, that's all right. We know where they are. I have circled this spot here about 4 times, and I've picked one up every time. And basically what I'm doing, there's a hole here, and I'm just circling it, staying in about 24 feet of water, and every time I get shallower I just turn, and then it gets shallower and I turn, and it gets shallower and it turns. So there's just a hole right here. It's about 24 feet deep, surrounded by shallower water. Yeah, it's starting to come up here. This is it. I don't know how well my hummingbird's showing up right now on the picture, but I'm already down to now 16 feet. And so what's happened is every time I get on the other side of this, where it drops off significantly, and it's starting to drop off right now, and it drops off pretty fast into Never mind, there we go. See, every time you guys on that hump. Every time. I can't believe it. And it worked just like I wanted to show you, which is really cool. That never happens for me. Well, that makes it all worthwhile right there when you can talk about your tactics and it works. And there we go. Nice walleye. And my 6th fish of this episode. And look at that, he's off the hook. All right, so I will say this, you guys, as I'm starting to come in, I'm gonna do another swing around that exact same spot. If you were out here and you saw that, you could basically park on top of that knoll and jig with some bait, and I'm sure you would catch a ton of walleye. There's a reason why I'm not doing that. First of all, I don't have a jig with me today. I've only got the bottom bouncer with the spinners. And 2, I don't have my anchor, so I wouldn't be able to sit over top of that anyway. So that's why I'm just continuing to do the circuit with the bottom bouncer. And it's effective, but it's the same technique. When you find a school of walleye, you can just keep going over it, just like I'm doing, and it will work. So here we go, we're starting to make the turn. And I'm gonna leave the camera run again and see if I can do it again. So I'll walk you through it exactly the same way. There's the first turn on the shallow water. This is not the hump. But I need to turn here and start heading back out. And what's gonna happen is it's gonna start getting deeper before it gets shallower again. There we go. Starting to go back into the deeper water. And then in not very much time here, it's going to start to get shallower again where that knoll is, where that hump is in the water. So there we're in 21 feet. All right, we're set up well. Well, let's see if we can find that area. Did I overshoot it? No. Here it comes. All right, here we go. Starting to come up right now. Just like that. There's like a little underwater hill here that provides some structure. We got one. I'm telling you guys, if you could park here, you would have so many fish. Yeah, that's a nice one. And there we go. And he's wrapped in my line. We got him. That is fish number 20 for the day, you guys. And my 16th walleye. And gone. Okay. I just went over that knoll again. And guess what? Now, this was my last night crawler, so is this my last fish of the day? I do have some smelts left, and I will be switching over to those, but... Oh yeah, that's a good fight. Oh, that's a good scrap right there. No, it's just a really nice walleye. That's a good one. That's a big walleye. Look at that. Unbelievable. I think it's a pike the way it hit. It just slammed it. And I don't know, it just gives me pike vibes. Now, there we go. This is my 9th fish of today, of this episode. So if I can get another one after this, I will hit my double digits for this part too in the afternoon. There we go. Beautiful. Oh yeah, that's easily 28, 29. Close to 30. Might be 30 right on the nose. Oh, that's a gorgeous fish. All right, everybody, that's gonna do it for this one. I am making my way in right now. Now I've switched off of the bottom bouncer because I'm about to hit shallow water. Just in the event that I am able to hook up with a pike on the way in, just like I did on the way out. In the last episode, I caught a 32-inch pike as I was pedaling out to my fishing spot. Well, that's gonna do it. Into the marina we go. All right, everybody, I am packed up and ready to go. What an amazing day of fishing. In this part 2 episode, I caught 9 fish, 7 walleye and 2 pike, all on the bottom bouncer. And if you go back to the previous episode, that was part 1, I caught 14 fish. So 23 fish on the day. Gotta call that a success. I will be trying the bottom bouncer out again this year at an entirely different lake because I want to see if I can continue up with this good luck that I'm having, this good fishing. And so we'll have that in a future episode. For now, I want to thank my members and I also want to thank all of you for watching. I really appreciate it. And so with that, we're going to close this one out. If you like the video, smash that like button, hit subscribe. And until next time, good fishing.